guess to start this off, let's just say hello. I am Bailey, and this is Nick from Punk
Hello.
Pusher. That's Etienne Sin. So, this is cool.
I like your hat, dude.
Thanks. You were actually, in your video, Del Kings, you actually helped me affirm the want to get this, so.
That one was fake, though. It was made out of cardboard.
It looked real on video.
Yeah, it looked real. It was part of a costume.
Well, thank you for saying you like my hat. I guess the first question we should start off with is, how did you get into music?
Well, that's like sort of like a rant. Like, it wasn't really any specific moment that got me into it. It wasn't like, oh shit, yeah, I saw somebody play music and I was like, hey, yeah, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. No, it was more like a gradual thing that happened over a lot of years. It was like, I was always in music class and stuff like that, piano, guitar, and just learning how to, read music and stuff like that. So it was like something that just I was good at as a kid, and it just, transitioned over, as I got older. I mean, so it wasn't, again, it wasn't a specific moment. It was just like an entire event. It was just a long taking action, and then just deciding that I don't want to ever have a job, so I want to work for myself. So basically, music was just that outlet. That was a good choice for me.
Nice. What was the first instrument you learned how to play?
Piano. I was it was technically like it was guitar, but like I kind of listened to piano more. Like I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, so like piano was a little easier for me to play until I got older and I picked up the guitar again. So technically piano, but guitar was the first one that I was introduced to.
Where'd the questions go?
They're on a documents page here.
Oh.
Sorry, 1 second. I guess this one is slightly more personal, sort of, but it's like, are you religious, and if so, how does it affect your music? Oh, God. I think there's something wrong because it's not coming through the phone anymore.
I have crappy service, dude. I am in like the worst spot for this.
Sorry.
Yeah, if I was at my studio, it would be a little easier. But right now I'm at my brother's room, so it's pretty shitty. But religious. I'm not religious at all. Like zero. I was never like baptized into a certain religion or anything like that. So I've never followed any religion. I've had family members who are Hindu, and I have family members who are Catholic, Roman Catholic, and stuff like that. So I got to see a lot of both sides of the coin, sort of within the moral values and stuff like that. But I realized that praying and doing any kind of religious thing won't really help my life. I'm kind of like a realist. I like to think about, my own power and putting power and faith and hope into myself and into what I do, because that's the only thing that's going to help me achieve my goal is taking action with what I do. So that's why I don't like talking about it, because it's meaningless in my life.
All right. What else is there? Sorry, 1 second. Who is your biggest influence in music?
In music, it's not even because I like musicians. I don't even like a lot of musicians. I don't like a specific guy. It was never like, I saw this one guy and he made me do music. It's more like, I don't like one specific person. I like artists who combine business and music together in a very effective way. Like someone like, people usually laugh at me for when I say who I actually really like, but I like rappers. I like people like 50 Cent, people like T.I., people like Rick Ross. I mean, it's fucking hilarious, but it's because they combine music and the business aspect of it so well that they're just successful in their own right. But as far as musicians go, actual people that play instruments and sing and stuff, I mean, probably the biggest inspiration for me was actually, it's funny because it's like the people that I work with now, like Michael Jackson from Skylar Drive, his vocals style really influenced mine. And even though he's not very, he's like the generation up from me. He's like, I think he's like 6 years older than me or 4 years older than me or something like that. It's like now that I'm, acquainted with these guys, it's not so much like they're my influence. It's just like they are my friends. They're like my friends now. So it's kind of weird coming up, as a kid who didn't really, think he was ever going to be in this position, and then winding up being friends with these guys and being like, holy shit, I can just like talk to this guy about his vocals like any day now. So yeah, I mean, but right now, I think in rock music, I think my biggest inspiration right now is like Haley Williams from Paramore. Yeah, she's my like favorite vocalist right now. In hardcore, I think that would be Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon. So I would like to work with those two people eventually. So if there's anyone that inspires me, it's those people.
I respect the Ollie Sykes. I'm not a fan of Paramore, but that's your choice. So he's a fan of Paramore, but that would actually lead me to my next question. How did you come to be in contact with these people? Like, did they call you up, or did you like try to contact them first?
Persistence, my man. It's like literally like working every single day to attain the rank and status of these dudes. Literally going to every one of their shows. In my area, I would pop up at like the New Jersey show, all of the New York shows. I would go to Pennsylvania. So like, I went to these shows and I made, I just literally, I talked to them. I was like, listen, dude, I'm gonna one day I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be literally doing the same thing you're doing, and I'm not gonna give up until unless I'm dead, I'm not giving up that goal. So it's literally just persistence. And everyone that I've met, everyone that I want to meet, is literally just going to go up to them and be like, listen, this is having fun. And of course, there's a political side to it, like the manager has to get involved, my manager, their manager. Sometimes even the other record labels, like Fearless Records, they have to sometimes get involved with the business aspect and, how much money is always involved. So, when you've got a good team of people working behind you, it's easier to get things done. But face-to-face relationships are very important in this industry.
All right. Seems like you do work very hard. I mean, your music is awesome to me.
Thank you.
So, also, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but thank you for sending me that free copy of your album or your EP.
No problem, dude. It's no problem. I mean, we were selling it for like $10 digitally. So I mean, if someone's gonna do me a favor, it's really no problem. People think music is free anyway. Like they go ahead and download it illegally online anyway, so it doesn't even matter to me. Like being a musician this age, it takes a lot more. It takes a lot more wit to make money nowadays.
Yeah. Moving right along, I guess. What is it like with working with Desdemona?
She's actually a friend of my girlfriend's. She was my girlfriend's best friend when they were growing up. And then I met her like 4 years ago or something like that. And at the time, we really didn't talk until like literally like this year. We just started talking. We were like, and she expressed some interest in doing music, and I was like, listen, I'm in a position where I can help you. Bring you up. I can teach you what I do. And, that's exactly it. I can teach you what I do, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So, yeah, she's real cool. She's really fun to hang around. And she's just in the beginning of her career, so I feel like I'm in a good position to teach her everything that I did do right. And, because I've made a lot of mistakes in my career, so I feel like I can guide her down the right road. and kind of make her not hit those same obstacles that I did. So that's why I feel like she's going to grow really rapidly and really quickly because of all the work that we're putting into her right now. So, to answer your question, she's really fun to work with. It's a really good thing.
I hope to actually one day organize an interview with her about her music, but that'll come later. So.
No, you could do that. You could do that now. I mean, again, basically, I kind of run everything that she does. So
he's in charge of her.
It's not really a big deal. I can go ahead and set that up.
If you could for me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can. She'll be busy for the next month, though. So the next month she'll be pretty much available to do anything like that.
All right. I guess next question would be, what do you consider to be the best song that you've made so far? Like out of all the stuff you've done. Really?
There's the songs that are real popular. People that like Monster on Your Bed. It's like probably my most popular song or something like that. But my best song and my favorite song. Man, I don't even know. I'm kind of one of those guys that just writes and forgets. Like, I write and I forget about it and I move on to the next thing. So I don't know. I mean, I guess people like the Monster Under Your Bed, but that was written 3 years ago. Like, I wasn't nearly as good as I am today. So, I mean, my recent work, I think my favorite song off of the Paradox of Life is Lost Dancer. That's probably my favorite song.
That is a good song. My personal favorite off of your album would actually be Runaway in Silence.
That song was the first song on the EP. Like that, we wrote that in September.
Nice.
So I mean, that one's been sitting there for a while. So I had a lot more time to work on that one than all the other ones. So I think that's why that one became a lot more popular.
I liked it because of the way you did your fast screaming and the lyrics. The lyrics, I heard them and I was like, this makes sense. So I kind of like it. So.
Those lyrics are very abstract. Those are the only song next to Avarice that has really abstract lyrics. Like if you read them all and try to make sense of it, it makes sense to you. Whatever, it's relative. Like whatever it means for you, it means for you. Whatever it means for me, it means for me. You know what I'm saying? Like those lyrics were not written about a specific event. They were kind of just general things that abstract things that I like talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of it. I just know I like it, and I'm still trying to make sense of it for me. But and let me get the questions up.
How do you come across?
Yeah, you asked that one, so you've been sitting there silent.
Yeah. So, how'd you come across YouTube and make it your career?
How did I start on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
My manager. Before that, I was in bands, a lot of bands. I was in 3 different bands. I was in a death metal band, and then I was in a metalcore band, and then I progressed into a post-hardcore band. So I was doing vocals and guitar for all these bands, and then I was just like, I don't want to put my career in someone else's hands. Like I don't want another member to disagree with me about something and be like, yeah, I'm not going to continue with this unless it's this way. And I ran into that a lot in my past. So that's what made me go solo. And my manager, I hooked up with my manager, and then he was like, listen, if you're a solo artist, you have to bust out. You have to show people what you can do, and you can show people what you can do on YouTube because people are looking. That's what all the fans are nowadays. There's a lot of people looking for new music on YouTube, not on MySpace, not even on Facebook, but on YouTube. They kind of see the suggested videos and stuff, and they're like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? So that's where people find new music, and it was his idea to start a campaign on there, and it's worked really, really well. So, but I don't think it's YouTube that, yes, YouTube is a platform that got me here, but I don't think it's, I think it's just how hard you work it. Whatever platform it would be, it's all dependent on how good you are and how much you work that platform. So it doesn't, it's like tools. You have a toolbox. You have to know how to use your tools in your toolbox in order to fix a car. You know what I'm saying? If you have a toolbox, great. If you have a car, great. But if you don't know how to use those tools, then you're dead in the water.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Um,
Oh. Okay. This one I just kind of forgot about, but it's on the paper, so I'll ask it.
what one? Oh wait. Yeah.
So, like, in your Paradox Divide blog video, you mentioned the fact that in January you had created your own record company. Like, you know, I don't know if it's just yours or if it's other people's with you, but, like, you said it was yours, so I'm just going to say it's yours. Where do you hope to see this go in the future?
It is technically mine. I have people helping me. So, but like, you know, the ownership of the corporation and everything like that, it all belongs to me. I hope to see it. What I'm trying to do is build an empire. You know, I'm trying to take a slice of the scene and call it my own. I feel like I've successfully done that already, but I want to make that slice a little bigger. So I'm just hoping that it becomes, you know, more of a people trust in the brand, the Sin Circle brand, the name. So when you hear that name, people trust that label is going to put out good hardcore music. That is what I hope, and that's the goal forever. But as for the immediate future, I kind of just want to sign really good bands, and I'm in the process of doing so. I want to find some really good artists and put out their records under the label, so the label gets a little bit of a reputation, and these bands continue to grow alongside the label. So that's the immediate goal.
It sounds like a good prospect for the future.
Absolutely.
Was that it?
No, I think, yeah, there's that one that you came up with.
That one.
If you had not gone into music, where do you think your life would have gone?
That one.
If I didn't pursue music, what would I have done?
Like, if music didn't really interest you and you were, like, you know, you were a different person than you are right now.
Science or history? Science or history, absolutely.
Like
I actually want to become a pilot, but my physical stamina is not, I'm not built for, I meant like Navy or Air Force pilot, like, you know, but my physical stamina wouldn't be able to handle that. So I think I would go into either science or history. I'm not too good in mathematics, but like theoretical science, I'm very interested in, and history I'm really, really, really strong in history. So those two things I would pursue, probably go to college or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
At least you would have had a promising future if you hadn't gone into music. I mean, you have one here, but, like, you would have had something to fall back on. So.
Yeah, I don't like it, but like I don't like that idea of falling back onto anything, because if you're planning to fall back on something, you are planning to make your main goal fail. So I never plan for failure. I never plan for like, oh shit, what if, you know, this falls through? No, I don't do that, because then you're putting some kind of faith in that, some kind of hope that it will fail. And I'm not saying that you're gonna make it, you know, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I hope this didn't fail. It's more like you're thinking about what if it does. So I don't even think about that. I kind of just go, you know, like, this is going to succeed no matter what, or else I'm dead. And when I'm dead, you know, that's it. It's over. So
You've got a better life outlook than I do, so.
Say that again?
You have a better outlook on life than I do. Like, you're going to do this. I'm more like, this could happen, but it probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, I can't, not in this type of business. I really don't feel like you can doubt yourself at all. Because if you start doubting yourself, things don't follow through, things don't happen. So, I mean, that's just, you know, that's just what I found out, you know, like, that's what I've experienced.
Well, like, I write poetry myself, and, like, I always look at it as, oh, well, this is bad, and then, like, everybody else around me is like, oh, well, it's good, and I'm like, how? And I'm just like, because, like, I know I write good stuff, I just don't see it as such.
That's just being overly critical with yourself, I think. I don't think that's anything to do with, you know, with, like, pursuing it or anything like that. You could go ahead and pursue it, but, you know, even I'm critical of my own work, too. I'm overly critical, and people love it, but I'm just like, well, I can change that. So, yes, I think it's still okay to be overcritical about your work, but, I'm just saying, like, don't think that it's going to fail. An
artist's burden. I think that is all the questions we have for you today. So, thank you for doing this for us.
No problem, dude. I mean, anytime, again, if you want to set up an interview with Desdemona, I can definitely help you do that. That's really no problem. You have my email. You've got my phone number. So, I will, I can set it up for you whenever you want to do it.
All right. And I'm allowed to keep those, right?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna make you throw them away. Yeah, I mean, I don't like people having my number just because, like, when I did, people blew up my phone, like, nonstop, and I was barely talking to anybody but, people who were interested in my art. Yeah, I mean, now I really don't care. You could have my number. If you have anyone who wants to talk business with me, absolutely give them my number.
All right.
This industry is very, you have to connect with people. You got to talk to people. You have to keep in contact. So, what are you guys trying to do? Are you guys setting up, what is this for? I mean, I didn't ask. Are you guys, like,
It's
freelance interviewers? Like, what are you guys doing?
we're literally I just got bored one day and started a blog, and now that I see that I'm actually being consistent with it, I thought, you know what, I might as well try and take it somewhere. And then he joined me.
Yeah,
So
he asked me to join, so I did.
like, literally, it's just like reviews every Monday, and then when stuff happens, I just post it. So it's more of a personal thing. But if it takes off to become like a business or whatever, I have no complaints. So.
Okay, cool. I mean, I like that though, because right now I'm trying to get a part of my label into media and into getting the artists that I have their words out to the public. So I mean, I definitely respect what you're doing. I like the concept of showing people music, unsigned music or just unknown music. So I think I think what you're doing is good. You just gotta find an audience for it. You gotta find like where you can. And YouTube is a good place to do this, by the way. So if you want to do interviews, go find some big artists. I don't know, like Escape the Fade and Bless the Fall interview their lead singers and put it on YouTube. And I promise you'll get some views.
All right. Well, thank you for that advice. I'll be sure to use it. Anyway, thank you for the interview. Is there anything you want to say?
Anytime.
No, thanks.
No problem.
That's it. All right. See you later, man.